I think that there is some form of submission from the male towards the
Explain.
woman, especially in a healthy marriage. I mean, I think, like I said, some form of submission towards your wife at this point, right?
What would that look like, though?
What would it look like?
Yeah. Explain. Like, what would that look like?
You ever had? I mean, you guys are of color, so that picture that's always on the wall of like that man holding up the globe and it's on his back and he bent
that
over.
picture wasn't in my house.
I know that picture.
I know the picture, but
Right.
Listen,
So
I ain't growing with that picture.
Okay.
I seen the picture, but what about it though? Like, continue. Let her finish.
Well, in the
Homie was simping in that picture.
what is
Big
so you use
simping.
that word very flagrantly, like you're throwing.
Everybody does. I hate it.
Yeah, so simping, I'll just explain it real quick. So simping is the man going beyond and doing the extra for the woman, which is fine, but the woman not reciprocating it in return.
So
the man, that picture,
the woman wasn't reciprocating.
because look, that picture, the man holding up the world for the woman, she can't compete with. Is nothing she can do to reciprocate equal value to what the man is doing. So in some shape or form, he's simping.
Supposed to just show off his strength. Like maybe we're not.
No,
Okay.
not only strained, but also he's holding
He's
a globe,
pedestalizing her.
giving her the world,
Okay.
strength, and
I
giving her the
mean,
world.
But
Hold on, but I think what women need to understand is, if in a marriage, if everything is going well and you guys love and respect each other, yes, the woman should submit to the husband, but that doesn't mean that the husband should disrespect her. And I don't think that any man in a happy marriage is not taking his wife into consideration of her needs and wants. You know what I'm saying? So when you are submissive and obedient to your husband,
He's gonna respect you.
he's going to respect you. He's going to go above and beyond for you. But you have to give him that loyalty, that submissiveness, and that obedience. I said this before. A woman's superpower is her being feminine and submissive to her man. Remember, men go to war over women. Men kill for women. Men, do everything for a woman. Everything a man does that's considered great is for the attraction of a woman. So when a woman, especially his woman, is submissive, obedient towards him, she can get literally almost anything, including the man holding the world on his back. But you have to be obedient and submissive.
So
But
this means that the man has the final say. If the man is gonna hold the world up for you, well, I have the final say. It's my way. So if there's meaning that the woman is always going to have to compromise.
Oh,
But think about it, like, not even though it's not, because you can give your opinion on it. Like, if the man is essentially like that picture holding up the world for, and I know it's a metaphor, right? But like, he's giving the woman the world. Why wouldn't she submit and obey, follow his authority, yield, whatever type of word you want to use, but basically he has the final say when it comes to where the money is going. Final say where it comes to where the children is going to school. Final say when it comes to all of the important things. Final say, or not even if the important thing. If it's just like, chick, you know what? Don't speak to me. Shut up. Final say, and you listen to that man.
like, if your man is, if
He
your
give you the
husband-
world.
Yeah, if he's doing everything right, why not listen to him? He's doing everything you want him to do as a husband.
But I think submission and all of what's obedience doesn't necessarily mean like listening. It's you're
No, that's exactly what it means.
Not
Obedient,
necessarily. Submission doesn't mean I'm not listening. You can submit in multiple ways. You don't just submit by taking your top lip and connecting it to the bottom and shutting the bleep up. That's not all. That's not all that means.
Well, it's not saying that you're a robot and it's like, oh, I don't have my own brain. I don't.
Like it's the same. Like
No,
four
it's
words I'm
what we're saying is
repetition.
Look, I got the definition of submissive means ready to conform to the authority or will of others.
the authority
Meekly,
of your man.
meekly, obedient, or passive.
Follow
that's what-
the authority of your man.
Is a better word.
You just don't like words. You really don't like words at all. Like you like words that like a submissive is not a derogatory term.
I never
It's
said
not. It's not like a woman being submissive. You're not less than a person when you're submissive to your man.
I am not disagreeing with you.
It actually takes
what
a
I was
lot.
trying to ask is, and do
submit.
you guys see yourselves in some way submitting to your spouse as well?
No.
That's all I was asking. But you don't see it. And I'm trying to understand.
No, not even don't see it. What I'm saying is, if a man is submitting, like I come from a Christian lens. I'm viewing it from a Christian lens, right? So the man, the wives, it says, wives submit to your husbands.
What are you referring to, the Bible?
I believe it's Ephesians.
Oh.
I'm just referring to the Bible. Are you Christian?
I grew up that way.
Okay, I think it's Ephesians. I'm not sure which scripture. I'm not a theologian or anything like that. But essentially, it says, "Wives, submit to your husbands as you would to the Lord." And then it says, "Husbands, love your wives as Christ loves the church." So it's creating a clear distinction between the roles and the duties that men have, that the wife has to her husband, and that the husband has to his wife. Meaning, and it also says even more like, husbands, respect your wives. So it speaks about respect and love. But when it comes to the woman, it speaks about submission, and the man is the man is has the main authority.
Because listen, right, we said submissive means, conforming to authority, right? So I'm pretty sure if you're in a happy match, I'm pretty sure if you said, "Hey babe, can you take the garbage out?" I'm pretty sure he's gonna do it. He's like, "Hey babe, can you pick this up for me from the store?" He's gonna do it. So is that a form of submission? I would say yes, based on the term. So now that I'm thinking about it, she's kind of like, right. Yeah.
Not
Bro,
right.
Listen, hold on, stop. Listen.
No, it's not right.
So you're gonna tell me
I'll
like,
explain it to you.
bro,
No, it's not submission.
Hold on, stop.
I'll give you the extension. I'll give you the distinction. Go ahead.
Maybe based off the definition.
Yeah, let's go
conform
through
to
it.
authority. So
I'll have these debates. Listen, I don't want you to. Man, you can have a debate. That's totally fine. But I'll land your argument, and then I'll refute.
Okay,
it. Go ahead.
because bro, like I know your family, so if you could be like, "Yo, can you go to the store real quick?" And pick something up. That's a form of authority. Am I right or am I wrong?
No.
That's doing a favor. That's doing a favor. That's a family member.
That's not
Hey,
authority.
can you go to the
Authority
store?
is much
Yeah,
different than that. That's doing that would be doing a favor. That would be doing a kind gesture. That would be something else, but it is not giving authority to the other person.
Yeah, it goes against authority is going against what my will is. So if I want to go out to the club and my husband's telling me, "No, you can't go," I have to submit to his authority.
Then you submit to the authority.
Will. So
You bending. You are conforming to the other person's authority. That's what it says.
Okay. Favors and authority.
So you never had been in a relationship and your girl like, "Oh no, I don't want you to go to."
Authority means the authority means
Let her
not go. Like
real quick. Y'all doing two things. Let her get that out real quick, and then you read that definition.
If there was ever a time where you was in a relationship and your girl was like really on your body, and she like, "Yo, I don't really want you to go out right now. Like I'm trying to like do such and such." I'm sure there was a time where you was like, "Hi."
Oh, you mean like? Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying like if the girl gave you a literal, like if a girl gave you an option, like, "Oh, you about to go? Well, honey, I wanted to hang out with you. I'd rather we do this." That isn't submission because that isn't submission. The man is still. He's not conforming to her authority.
Authority means
he's still making a decision. He's still making a decision to say, "Okay, that's convincing. All right, she convinced me."
Based on the definition,
she wore some lingerie. Listen. She wore some lingerie. She talked to me nice.
She made food.
She made some food. Oh, you convinced me. You know what, honey? Yeah, I'll stay in with you rather than going with the boys. But I would say those men should still go out with the boys. Even if your woman cooked them meals and she put on them sexy clothes, hang out with the homies.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
Look, authority means the power or right to give orders.
The power or right to give orders.
So if your girl says, "Yo, can you run to the store real quick and get me salt?" and you do it, that's
the word
listen, you skipped out. Listen, you skipped out so many. Stop it. Listen, let's go word by word. You skipped out so many words. Power.
The power or right to give orders, make decisions, and enforce or obedience.
So listen, the power or right. So you're telling me that the woman would have power over the man?
No. That's not what I'm saying.
You're telling me that then women give rights to a man? They don't do any of that, bro.
It's also the sentence itself. Can you go to the store? If you're giving somebody an order, you're going to say, go to the store and get me this item. But because can is an option, that means that you have a say.
Yeah.
Okay. And he also had options to say, no, I don't want to have these drinks with you. And you could take that lingerie off and hang it back up, but you still stayed. So I think there's a little bit of
it's convincing. Yeah. You can have a...
I'm going to still stay. I live with him.
Not the point. Wasn't.
Okay, I'll give a clear distinction. But I'll let you, in these two, I'll let you know the difference of the, like, what submission is, right? And she alluded to it already, and I did as well. But the distinction is when the woman is submitting, I think that men can submit to women.
That's all I said. That was the question.
There are some men that do you think there are some men that would would submit to their woman like, oh yeah, baby, you have the final say, and those are simps.
No, not in that.
Y'all don't respect
those are simps. Okay. That's what I'm saying though. But y'all don't respect those men. We're speaking about the relationships that you do respect. The relationships that you ladies respect, it is not going to be a man that's submitting to you. You would never respect a man that's submitting to you. That's what I'm saying. Never. Because if he's submitting to you, he's yielding and giving you the authority in the relationship. So you are the leader.
Permanent position, like you sit in this chair, I sit in this chair.
It is permanent.
The only thing I asked was, do you guys think there is a time in your relationships where you can submit to a woman?
No. I'm not no simp.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're not a simp. It doesn't.
Some other suckers could. I ain't no sucker.
Simp because they can, decide not to go out with their friends, and then the next day, your wife is, or your significant other is like just the happiest doing whatever you. Because I naturally believe that men do submit to some extent, and then your woman is everything. Like she doesn't
I think
need
that
to have,
when the man submits to the woman, in due time, or even at that exact moment, the woman in some way loses attraction for the man because she then gains control of the man. And if a woman has control of the man in a relationship, it's no longer fun.
That's
women like to, real quick. I think that women are they get the most happiness out of relationship, and they feel content in a relationship where there's a little bit of mystery, when the man is a little hard to figure out. But if you know that you already figured him out, you can control that man. You can manipulate him with maybe withholding sex for compliance, maybe with doing something to manipulate him, right? Then you'll grow resentment for that man in due time, and you'll lose attraction for him. And that's when breakups happen. That's when divorce happens. Relationships only truly work if a man is leading. That's what I'm saying. And if the woman submits to the man. So, Ease, have you been convinced?
Yeah, like, I live alone. So, like, I've always been this way. I do what I want, when I want, how I want. So any decision that I've made or will make, it's all because I wanted to do it. So in your sense, yes, I agree with you, because like, can't no woman make me do something that I don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? So if I want to go out and hang out with Cooley tonight with the rest of the boys, I'm doing that. But if I don't want to do it, if I choose to stay home with Shorty, then that's my decision. She didn't make me do it. Right.
Yeah,
right.
She didn't make you do it.
Right. So yeah, that's how I am.
And it's not even about a make, is that you didn't conform. Like you're like meaning that your own motives or the plans that you had,
it wasn't manipulated by her.
It wasn't manipulated by her, but not only that, you didn't still want to go ahead and do that, but you're like, well, I'll just go ahead and do this to make her happy. Or I'll just, like, when you're getting into that level, doing these things to make the woman happy just because you're scared of her having an attitude and you don't want to ruffle her feathers and maybe lose that relationship, then you're submitting to that man, and you're submitting to that woman, and then you're basically a simp.
I agree.
Yeah,
I'm on board.
That will always have to be the case, but again,
I think that she was maybe confusing you with how she kept wording things, and then you're looking into it like, no, it's the word that she's using, and I'm like, Ease, trust me.
I think Ease is a smart man.
He is a smart man, but I'm saying that the devil is a liar. But anyway. So if you like that clip and you want to watch more, click right here. But if you want to watch the full episode, click right here.